Wouldn't it be nice if you could just insert a switch right into Figma and then play the prototype and it just works? Unfortunately, that is not how switches work in Figma. Let me show you what you actually have to do. This right here is the Philips Hue Bluetooth lighting app. And I want us to have an on-off switch here at the top of the page. Okie dokie, let's make a switch. I'm making a rectangle, 52, 32, and it has soft corners. And this should be black, but maybe like 25% black. And it goes like here. And then we want to actually pick that color for our switch so that we can have an inside shadow as well. And that is too much. Let me change it up a little bit. And now we want to make a dot like this one, like on that slider. And this should be 24, 24, like so. And it should be 4 from the edge. And this should be a whitey white. And it should have some drop shadows. 15. And whenever you look into the design document of fancy designers, they always have more than one drop shadow. Let's make this one 10 and it should be 0. There, so we have some shadow around it all, but more at the bottom. Maybe you can make it even a bit darker, like so. Beautiful. And that is our on switch. So let's make this into a group. And we want to copy this switch and put it onto the off artboard, like so. But this time, the button should be over here, 4 from the edge, like that. And we do not want this browny brown background. We want the fill of this to be this gray color. No, this gray color. Amazing. Alrighty then. Let's name this. Actually, they should have the same name. Just call it Switch. Because that way we can prototype with it better. Let's prototype. So when I click this switcheroo, it goes to this artboard. On, click, navigate to off. Animation, smart animate. And when I click this one, imagine what's gonna happen. It goes to over here to the on click, navigate to on. Smart animate. Yes, excellent. Okay, let's try this out. And it's a switch, and a switch, and it switches and switches. It's exactly what we wanted. Remember kids, whenever you want to have a switch that goes from one place to the other, even if it travels just a short distance, you need 2 artboards. Because in Figma, what you see is what you get, sort of. But isn't there another way to do this? Well, I'm glad you said so, because yes, there is. Let's try to do the same thing in another way. Let's copy this little switcheroo and paste it into this copy of the app. So, and I'll get rid of this. What if I hit this and an overlay opens on top of it? What an interesting idea. I will make this its own artboard and shrink it to size and get rid of the fill. Offity on switcheroo! So these 2 are both named Offity on switcheroo. And when I click this one, interactions, this one will, instead of navigate to this tiny little artboards, it will open an overlay. And it will open Offity on switcheroo And this should not be centered. It should be a manual. So it opens right over top of the other one. And it shall be instant. Yes, it shall. And when I click off the on switcheroo, this one, on tap, it should close the overlay. Let's try that out. Ooh, it switches. Haven't I solved it all by just having these off switches? And maybe if I hit this one, it could also open that overlay and it'll be good. Let's try it out, my young Padawans. Ooh, that seems to work. And that also works. Haven't I solved it all now? Well, let me share the problem with doing it this way. Can I click this one and this one? No, I cannot, because this is an overlay. So even if there isn't any, it's like on top of everything else. So I can't click anything else. I can only click that switch that I had just clicked. And that, my friends, is very annoying, but that is the reason why you should not do it that way. When you are working in Figma, make sure that every state has its own artboard, even if you just want to add a little switch. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching.